How are you?
How are you? Hopefully today it's a good day. Everyone has a good weekend. Energy positive, hopefully. And we can start as usual with our session, yes, with our energy reading.
Sounds good. I'm getting emotions all over the place. That there's going to be just overthinking and stuff like that coming up, but don't let it stop you. As we always say, I know there's the mindfulness, just okay, can control the thoughts in this, so that it's not taking a hold of you and you can just be there. But I feel pretty good though on things going for the week, especially later on. And that's what I got.
Mm-hmm. Me actually as well, I would say it's an emotional day today because I got Ace of Cups upside down, Queen of Cups. So it's all the messages which say that at the moment there could be some disbalance, actually emotional, a little bit chaotic, because both messages related with emotions, because they represent cups, and cups it's water sign. And water sign, Scorpio, Queen of Cups, it's a Scorpio. So, of course, it's all connected with the water astrological places. Uh, and that's why it's very important today. Very important is to keep your balance, to keep you grounded, and try to not maybe engaged into argument, into some reactions with someone, because that could be escalate the situation. Well, that's kind of like a day. So if everything will be in a good, calm, like Mindy said, like breathing in, helping yourself with self-regulation, then the day should be positive. And also, if to say astrological, no, give me a moment if I can show, but I'm not sure at this stage if I can, because I prepared some file which I wanted to put on to show, but I guess I can't do it. But okay, so astrological, then I will just a little bit what astrology say about today's day. It's moon for today. So from point of astrology, today phase is waning gibbous. So the phase, it's a Taurus, and moon in Taurus today. They say that your safety depends on the need for stability, whatever we mentioned with Mindy, which is not easy to satisfy now. You have to learn to accept change as part of your life. The basic problems is finding your own self-respect in order to ensure that you don't mistakenly seek it in material things. When you accept yourself for who you are, it will become easier for you to find peace and tranquility in the outside world. That's kind of astrological, what astrology says about today.
That is very deep. No,
And
I really like that a lot on yourself and things like that. I would like to know, so you did the astrology thing. I don't know if you can, like on the week, on the astrology, on the different phases or the different moon things, because that is so right on everything with the astrology for today. And
But it's
then
exactly what you said, and I didn't like it. I think very reflecting, yes, for whatever we picked up on our cards.
yes, and I don't know if you're able to go deeper, like into the week or into more on the astrology coming up, because on the phases, because that is just where you said, argument can escalate. And, watching things, I'm like, I feel that so strong. And sometimes it is on you to know that. And if you know that, then that can mean so much going forward with you that, okay, I need to just back off a little bit so that's not going to get out of hand.
That's kind of no, yes, astrology actually I like very much. It's very interesting and a topic, and especially like I mentioned, horary astrology I prefer. No, natal is good, but natal will not show you responses to many questions. Horary it's different because you can ask questions for whatever. Where is my key? Which university better to pick? And for me, for example, and they actually will tell you what is better, because that's what we kind of don't really suggesting with the cards. Yes, because person has to make decision. With the astrology, planet says this suggestion for you.
And that's Orem astrology, right?
Horary,
How
horary,
do you spell that for everyone?
Horary.
Okay. Because that's
So,
very interesting how
mhm.
you can get the answers.
You can ask any questions about, like, for example, your children, about your relatives, because every house represents something astrological. For example, first place, it's about you. It can actually describe physical appearance, if you knowing how to check it. Yeah, it's so interesting.
Very interesting. If you don't mind, I think that would be great to go more into it. And then what, like if people watch
That's
this on
what
a
I wanted
replay.
today also to show another, but now because of our technical things, I can't share when we will work it out. But next time I will show again on the, because I made a bigger picture. Last time I showed with the aspect, but and now pointed some planets which important to see. Yeah. Uh, but again, it's of course you can't approach horary without generally knowing some general knowledge about astrology, because it's kind of like you still need, before starting, to look into that and using programs or like system or how the because usually it's based on some system you can find online, like special programs, whereas they kind of give you what where your ascendant and descendant will be. So it's not like you calculate it yourself. They're giving you the map. You remember last time I was showing like the graphic, yes?
Hmm.
So that's
Yes.
kind of like when you're putting in a computer details, some information. So they provide you with that, and then you have to read it, like any chart, any card or something. That's kind of how planets at the moment appeared. But
Hmm.
what is important to know, of course, each planet, to understand how this planet connect with each one, because some of them, like Mars, it's kind of complicated planet because it's called a small aggressor or something like that. No, I mean because of the nature. It's hot, it's representing, and of course when you, for example, will be connecting with or finding the aspect with some planet like let's say moon or something, whereas the Mars falls down. So it's already a bad connection,
My
because
goodness.
it's
Okay.
different, no, kind of like represents different area. If Mars is dry and hot, moon is wet, yes, and for example, no, kind of soft or something. So, and it's not, of course, alchemical, can't just mix together, yes, or mixing very badly. That's why Mars considered to fall down when he gets into the astrological sign of the Cancer, you know. But again, before talking about how you can use it, everyone should know, of course, all astrological houses. Like that there are 12 of them, yes, which represents what the first house. Everything starts with Aries, because it's kind of connected with the sun risement, and that's why, again, you can connect it even the tarot cards of magician, because that's magician represents Aries. First house is how it starts, beginning. All beginning starts with that.
Okay.
Even like, so you can connect astrology with the tarot cards, because, for example, High Priestess, it's also first house, like I said, your house of Aries, has two tarot cards, Magician and High Priestess. Why? Because Magician is active energy, and High Priestess is a passive. It's like inner energy.
Okay.
That's why you will divide it into all like 12 houses, all these major arcanas, because it's like, if you will look into the circle, and that's what Arthur White, no, actually, the first one who presented that, yes. Like, I mean, because when he was talking about tarot cards, he was talking about not like line system, yes, because we all in a line system, but there is a cyclic system. So, and that's why he said the cyclic system for understanding tarot cards is only for those who is like, no, got into the level of baptizing into cards, yes, or something like that, sort of like, not everyone, like maybe those who represent Masons or someone else. So they kind of were accepted to more deeper knowledges, especially at that time. Today we can find more information. Before, all information has been no, not so much everyone could get access to. But I mean, it is based on a major arcana, which he put it into 12 astrological places, 12 astrological houses, and each house will have two major arcanas, because except two or three houses, which is number four, so actually is a Cancer, whereas there is a Chariot. And if you will look into the Chariot, yes, a Chariot, it's usually about the actions and about person who is um, like this guy is trying to drive or something. But again, it's a Cancer, and Cancer usually not very active, not about the driving, but it's more like in a shell. And if you will look deeper into the symbol of tarot card, which used Arthur White, not Other, because Other started, that's why I said like better to start with the Arthur White, because he's classic. This Chariot, like, I don't know, it represents sometimes like god of someone. You can see soldiers there, you can see some guys there, yes. So who is like stuck into Chariot, you can see only that. So he is actually not running, he is not going. It's the thing which is running with the Sphinx, and Sphinx represent unconsciousness, yes. Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Can't like, oh yeah.
Continue. Sorry, I want to interrupt.
No, we just have been talking about
About the
astrology.
chariot.
Chariot, yes, because it's a Cancer, and usually the chariot represents. That's why it's very connected with subconsciousness, and you need to keep balance, because if you try to achieve something, you can only with your inner groundation and when you're not like in chaos or
Mm.
otherwise. That's what actually is the main meaning.
Like
Uh,
to
yeah.
be sure that it's true, like to be convinced that, and not like confused, you mean.
Maybe you will give us message, Jasmine, as
Was this
well, because we
was
already
this
gave the message for today.
was this message of the day?
Yeah, we already shared our energy message.
Okay. Well, just 1 second. I'm not sure because I felt the energies today not so bad. It's not like in the retrogrades, for example, when you wake up and you feel this intense energy, but um I woke up also pretty late. So I feel that there could be either reconnections, I mean, with this 3 of Cups, not
Mhm.
big ones,
Also,
not big emotional fulfillment maybe for some, but just at least the beginning and planting some seeds for to be satisfied again maybe after some turbulations.
mm, everyone, we also felt today too much. It's about emotions. I got
Yep.
Ace of Cups, reversed Queen of Cups, so you got Three of
Yeah.
Cups. Me as well.
It's
And
good.
even I already have been represented astrological today's day, and it's also have a lot of information about actually uh, like you need for stability. You need to
Hmm.
stabilize yourself because it's not easy satisfy now, but you have to learn how to accept change part of your life. So and becomes easy for you to find peace and tranquility in the outside world. So it's kind of different information, but it's all about emotions. So
Yeah,
today is an interesting day. But we just were amazed how it all kind of like everyone presents and it's pretty much the same but in a different forms.
exactly. People say you can't give messages for everyone, but sometimes there is something that everyone feels is like a general thing that maybe moves us all consciously or unconsciously. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, not all Leos are the same and not all Cancers are the same, but there is a frequency where some people connect, right?
Very true. I like how you say on the frequency that they're not, all the same, but there is a certain frequency. And that's how, with the energies and stuff. And yes, we were both saying what you said too. So it's just like, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's very interesting because we all connect to the universe. And I guess it's connection with the planet because planet also gives some vibrations, and
mm,
that all pick up, I think. Um, it's kind of like a topic to discuss. So,
And
how
we
have you
all
been?
have intentions, right? Sorry. I wanted to say we all have intention. Like, I don't know, we all search for love or for emotions that we all have. So we go through same things sometimes, but different situations. Anyway.
Yeah. And what about you, Jasmine? What is your favorite decks of cards? Because we with Mindy already presented our abilities and everything
Okay.
demonstrated. So maybe you will tell more about like what you using and what is your favorite
Sure.
deck or something.
Sure. I just want to know also the name of your favorite deck. Like, just tell me the name.
I don't know. It's a lot of them. I kind
Either
of don't have. My still would be probably classic one.
the classic one, yeah.
Hmm. It's
Okay.
like, yeah, because it's connect. I like to connect it with astrology, and I think classic one connects with it the best. The rest is like how one see. They're very picturable. They're very nice. Again, depending what topic I'm looking into, because I like the Sirens tarot deck, a light of
Mhm.
Sirens, how it's called, because it's very full of energy. Mindy also likes this tarot deck, she said.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Uh, I don't know if
Yeah.
you have it and if you know it and do you like it or. Um,
No, but I like mermaid decks or this kind of
yeah.
decks. So I was actually looking for a mermaid deck. I didn't, but there are a lot. I didn't find a good one. Um,
Mermaid. Mermaid. I don't know. I actually
like
don't have it.
sirens. Isn't it not sirens? You said.
No, it's not the sirens. I mean, like Siren, it's a different deck.
Oh, siren. Okay, I
It's
understand.
not sirens. So you mean because I don't have any mermaid decks.
Okay.
And then so JC, you were doing a deck yourself, right? Collaboration.
Yes, actually, yeah. Uh, but yeah, that's done with AI. The pictures are really nice, but I also prefer, for example, I know a girl who is doing the things herself, the pictures, and it all looks more magical when you do it yourself. But yeah, I would like to do one like that too.
So you mean you do it yourself, just like draw pictures and everything, or you just cutting
No,
them
no,
and
not myself. I just said I prefer pictures that are drawn by someone and that have more energy
no,
inside
that's
them.
what actually this deck is, Saran, because you see the author is a
Oh,
very,
I know this. I want this deck. Which one is this deck?
I like devil.
I forgot the name of that one. What is that one called?
This light
Light
seers,
Seekers.
Light,
like seers. I always forget
Light
name, but I like
Siren or something.
Yeah, they
or
just came out with
Sirenas.
a mini deck for that, actually.
I like this deck. It's very full of energies and it's a
I
very talented
Yeah, me
artist.
too. I
Yeah, hers.
recognize that card. It was the King of Cups, I think.
Uh,
Page of Cups.
yeah, it has. And High Priestess. I like High Priestess. I like Moon because they're very nice. They're looking
Mm,
awesome. And it's really nice deck. And but what about your favorite, which you have at the moment?
me? I don't have it here right now, but I have a few. Like, this is my first deck. It's Modern Witch Tarot, so it's mm, not too much different from the Rider White, but
No, no, this
I
one
put
not
a lot
good.
of energy in it, so it's my favorite deck because I I don't know. There is one card missing, but it still gives me other type of readings. Like I really connected to this one. Um I do like the angel cards, angel tarot also.
Very
And
nice. Oh, I saw a
I
picture.
I saw I thought this one when I bought it it's a tarot, like mini tarot, but it's actually Lenormand.
I
Lenormand?
love
Yeah. I like this one too.
Lenormand. I like. I have many of them. I have, um, but I like now Lenormand. This one. Oh, I forgot the name of this. You see, it says 70.
70 cards?
Yeah, 72 cards
Okay.
because it's double of Lenormand, and
Mm-hmm.
each card has two. So the rider, for example, man and rider woman.
Yeah. Okay.
Called like a violet, Lilith, violet oracle, something like that. Twilight,
Twilight.
Lilith oracle, something like that. But it's very interesting because it has, it's like a double cloud. There is a good cloud and a bad cloud. For
Mhm.
example, clouds, what this one represents, like very cloudy, so it means situation too cloudy, but another showing less
Yeah. Like too
cloudness.
much
It's too
mental
much, too much. Heart can
clouds.
be, so one is false, one is real. Tree, it's a frozen tree and not ordinary tree when everything is in a growing. And frozen
Mhm.
tree for me always comes for stagnation, like nothing will be going because it's frozen situation.
It's
So
funny
yes,
because
one is good, one is like angry or jealous pair, so it's easy to read them. And I really like Lenormand cards, so I found this deck very supportive, and because sometimes you don't see those aspects, whether it is a good
exactly.
there.
I just wanted to show you something because yesterday, this card, like the Golden Nostradamus, I don't know, it's not my deck, but I tried it. It has also this like one tree like
Oh,
that and one tree like this.
really?
Um, and it's weird cards, but I like them. You know, when you first don't really connect to a deck, but then you, I don't know, it's like weird energy, but not necessarily bad, and then you connect with it, and
Yeah,
then you start to like it. Like, is there
it's.
somebody here who would like a to put a question?
I'm not sure if too many people are we go like, but we are on Twitch, yes. So
Hmm.
can you see it? Yeah, we are
Yeah,
in the
there are
stage.
two people.
Hmm. All right. But the people just watching.
Okay,
My
no problem.
scared the question.
That's
It's all
fine
right.
too, because I know you were saying a lot on the tarot, on the astrology and things, and then now we're talking on the decks. Actually, I know some people have different opinions on something that you mentioned, and that was on how you said you had a deck, but you had one card missing. Now, some people
Yeah,
will say, oh, you need the full deck,
Uh,
but yet I always feel if that card is missing in the deck, well, maybe there was a reason. And then you know when to use that
yeah,
deck for different people, and you know when not to use that deck. And it's almost like the deck will, because decks talk to me and they talk to you, will tell you to use this one or to use that one because it's something. Because I have lost a few cards in like 5 or 6 decks, and I was told, oh, if you lose more, it's not good. But I like the deck and I like the energy that's on it, and I really don't want to replace with something else. So if it's only 1 or 2 cards and you're drawn to that deck for a reason, I feel that that's good to use. What's your opinions?
I agree.
Well, looks
I
like she likes to use it still, yeah?
hmm?
You're still using it, and you said that they talkative to you.
I do.
Yes, after I got the Rider White, I didn't use it anymore so much. But then I don't know, I missed it and I was like it's just one card. And then I felt that my old deck gave me a different energy. Like sometimes I just felt like using it. And I saw this in a reader's that also had your tarot deck with the light serene. She put like more decks together, and I was like, I don't know, I wouldn't necessarily put my decks together, but maybe it would help because then you have like more
Like,
different cards, and then when one pops out is like, ta-da, this is the card. I don't know.
That's true. Also, the way I do it too, sometimes like we always have a few decks in front of us. So I'll use from one deck, then I'll use from another, then I'll use from another deck when I do the readings. And it's something how when you go from the different decks, how sometimes they can be alike. And I like to use ones with different words on it because because I'll talk, I do, spirit will be talking to me, and then I'll go into the text and then it'll say what I just said pretty much, and almost confirming so that they can see it written on the card as to what's going on, and then you get a different card and then it's pretty much the same thing. So it's really something. And I know I mentioned these, but these are one of my and of course this one is first, but the fairy deck is one that I know we've
Mhm.
but was odd on the bottom of it. I sometimes I'll go by the bottom, and this one on the bottom it says
Yeah.
temptation. I'm like, okay, what are
Temptation.
you trying? Yeah, what are you trying to say? Um, and then of course it has the writing, and that's why I use the oracle cards because I can read as to okay, what else and overcome it. And are you feeling guilty about something or something on that? And I like the way that and also if you look, you'll see other things, like you'll see the trees that are faded, like you can't really see them. So there's so much that you can see. And like you both on the cards that you have, there's so many other things that you can see from those cards as to what other ones when
Mhm.
you do your readings. I like watching when you do the readings on with the tarot.
yes, they're
Yes.
very informative. The cards, and I like Gypsy Oracle as well because it's easy. But usually Lenormand Gypsy, it's more like for everyday questions, like easy one, like practical one. Tarot more philosophical. It's more like to find yourself or find some sort of explanation and more thoughtful, more thoughts. Because with the gypsy, it's like, okay, there is a letter. You will get the email or something. Then and sometimes people like that because they don't want to get too deep into all this um, explanation of the terms and like how they have to um, regulate the emotions and what is the energies around. They kind of want to know what if I'm waiting from this person calls me or not calls me today, or if it will be successful going or not. So they want to get this easy response, I think. I noticed many like Lenormand. From practice, I always try sometimes to put tarot, but they kind of can we get this Lenormand message?
Yeah, it's like the mini deck that I have beside my tarot. I don't know. I like it. Does anyone want a question with it? With the Lenormand?
With the Lenormand, okay. Will I get soon call from a certain person? Because I'm
You will get a
waiting.
call.
Yeah, just if person contact me. It's
Okay.
a business call. In general,
Yeah.
if it's not
The book,
okay.
the bear, and luck, I think it's called. And
Okay.
also this, which normally can mean internet. So it is
Okay.
possible that you will get it if it's a man, masculine
No, it's a
energy.
female, but I understand the meaning because you explained me. I already kind of understand, and I would say it's a positive because yeah, that's what I also. It's about like study or information, and that's why it's
Okay.
kind of on that. But I don't think it's internet would be. It would be just a call. But maybe if we're planning to meet, and that would be the trip just for
The
meeting.
trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, normally it means more like trip for me, but if it's about call, yeah, I do think it's positive.
No. Mindy, what do you feel?
For your question, okay, as you know, I don't always, yes or no's are,
No, just don't like yes or no's, but generally for energy with me and this person. If it will be whatever comes to you.
okay. Well, I don't know if this makes sense. I got something of
Like,
almost like a little bit of back and forth, like a conflict. I don't know, something that is still up in the air on this that you asked, so I don't know what that is. As for the call, I feel pretty good toward it, that the energy is pretty good going for this person contacting you.
mhm. Okay. Maybe you want to have someone else has a question.
I know is someone
Can I get
watching
the
that
general message?
yeah, someone watching that
Sorry.
would like a like you have some kind of question or something like that that you have it going on. Otherwise, what we can do is we can because I think that people are very interested in the astrology and how the astrology is with the tarot. Because I was very intrigued on all that you were talking on, and how because you went on the chariot, which and you went on the high priestess, and then I forgot what the other one was, on how it goes on all that. And I'm very interested on how everything comes together.
Okay, I'll get my
Oh,
book for this after.
hey, okay, here we
How
go.
how
But we can talk about this
what
after because I have also some
yeah,
other
later because
information.
it's a long topic. It's a long topic to discuss.
And people are very interested in it because there are different points of views, there are different ways, and I really like the way that you described it and you put it that you can understand it on a very good basis on the cards. Good
Yeah,
morning,
you can
Hearthstone.
do course portrait. How are you?
Yes, how are you doing? So you have all sorts of questions. Okay. Actually, I can tell you something that's going that you didn't even ask a question for. That you have something going on a good road. You're moving along, but things I feel are coming a little bit slower. There may be a thing where the reason I say this is because they're showing me like from long time ago, like a stagecoach, and it goes slower in motion. So I do feel that that things are going to come, but then they're on their journey. But I do feel good things on that. It's just that sometimes things take a little time, but you're going through the process of changing things in a good direction. And yeah, so when you said you had all sorts of questions, that is something that I was getting along on that. So don't know if that's a question you had. Usually when they show me something like that, it's like, okay, it's good to be said on that. Are you still there, Horse-drawn? It's very good to see you.
Have all sorts of questions, so it's not only one. I kind of thinking it's a lot of questions.
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
Sorry. I just got my book. So
We could
what
probably
question?
just talk because Horse-drawn just said has all kind of questions, but then didn't come up with something yet. So I felt
Okay.
something, but and said what
Or maybe the person
Yeah.
is still thinking, or
could be.
sometimes it takes time, and I think horse-drawn portrait usually writes a long section. Maybe it takes time to.
Oh, here we go.
So, family relations.
Wow. Okay. Yes.
But there are a lot of questions.
Yes.
Wait. What is the pivoting, like Andromedan priest says? Like, what is the general?
Don't know which one to focus on. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I guess whatever speaks to us we can answer.
Yeah.
How to fix up family relationship. A family relationship, it's you and husband, or you and relatives, or you and children. So can we just a little bit more clarify on that?
How to fix up old colleagues. I feel you already know what the direction. I feel that you do have, like it's deep inside that you do sort of like know which way to go. It's just that sometimes you question it back and forth. And for the family relationships, I feel that there's one person, I don't know, that you really try on different levels and this and that, but it's like when one person is stuck in one sort of view and the other person is stuck in one sort of view, it's hard to mesh together. So it's almost like actually what they're showing me is two magnets that are the other side. So, when you put a magnet together, it's like that. But when it's the other side, it's like this because it's like the different opinions and the different things that are going on different ways.
You see, two magnets or two things I got just for me, India.
Yeah, I feel something with this. So what do you feel on for the answer?
That's what I got as well. Like that's why I completely agree with what you said. There is like it's a message of need balance. Something maybe that's why for you it's hard to focus on. Because with this, she is kind of trying to balancing, and it's about all needs and responsibilities and duties and different things all have to be placed, and finds a balance in doing all that kind of stuff. And maybe that sometimes can be hard because with Two of Pentacles, sometimes it is kind of tricky to jungle all these responsibilities, or jungle maybe the energy is different, or one people have one opinion, another, and you need to kind of squish in a between, not to make upset not those side, not another side, things like that. Because with your family it's a little bit complicated, because other tarot, they gave me also judgment reversed. It's like judgment, reveal, need some sort of resurrection, and usually this is sort of place of Pisces, which showing the truth, like everyone has to be open, but maybe at the moment you're not yet there, or anyone there. It's kind of call for actions, price of the value. Depends and maybe that's what is a little bit complicated, because it's really hard, I guess. Maybe that's why you asking this question. So you don't know, and it's really hard to fix your family relationship with this messages. What do you think, Jasmine
Mm, if Mindy wants to say something, it's okay for me
or
to.
Mindy?
Me, I think I did. I
Oh,
can.
sorry. Yeah, you normally begin at the beginning like you already feel things and so on. Sorry. Um, I definitely see here feminine energy, and it's also in the middle. It's also the mother card here. A little bit of masculine energy too, but I feel more here is the problem of communication of feelings. Of course, communicating has a lot of aspects, but I just feel somebody either may have been hurt here or there will be a change. Also, I have the judgment as the last card. There will be a change of feelings. Maybe somebody will not let negative energies in that affect others too. So either you affected your mother or you just had a hard time sometimes, but I feel that out of this love and understanding could come a change. But I see also here a decision. I don't know if this decision is already did, like, or if you have to take a decision, which I feel you kind of know what it is, or maybe your parents are took a decision to not be together. I'm not sure, but if they decided to not be together, I would say that is the thing you have to balance out. In that is the source maybe of the unbalance and of these miscommunications. So I think with emotion, like I think you can save the connection, and through these emotions and love, I think you can go to the next level. Oh, I understand you. I actually feel you, but not necessarily with the mom. But it's hard when you are in that situation. But I think that the universe has ways to go into people's minds in their own way and make them see things. So if you wish for the best for your mom, it may come.
No, that's why I kind of thinking, of course, your situation is too complicated, and that's where the judgment was, you see. For me, it came upside down because it needs to be revealed, resurrection, revealing the truth. So maybe your mom doesn't see the truth, doesn't see how you see things. So the person presents from another person presents from her point, your friend or someone. And I think for it's so hard maybe for her as well to find like to be maybe fair enough, I don't know, towards you, or towards. That's where the situation needs a lot of balance. From you, it needs a lot of balance. Again, even spiritual message for me, I got this balance. And there are people who look in a different side. So everyone has opinion or look into something, but maybe there is no common solution which actually needed. That these people, they kind of more, everyone is like maybe thinking he is right in certain way, and another thinking I am right, and this one I am right, and it's like those story about three animals who going to the different directions instead of like combining and work collaboratively. And I kind of thinking that's a problem. But I agree, of course, it's difficult. I don't know how you can approach mom or approach those friends. But if you would be all sitting together and actually solving it, which may be not very good for those, another lady tries maybe to get attention from your mom or wants to influence on her, wants to manipulate in a way, so we need, of course, to look deeper than into all these people.
Oh, I'm getting that so much too, that it's one is set, they're set in their opinions, and you can't really change too much because it's like, I want it this way, I want it this way. And it's like sometimes words, you try to put it in a good way and you try to start, because I'm getting start and finish doesn't end well. So it's almost like you're starting to say different things and starting to come out in a good way, but then because of what other people say, it goes into a whole different thing that you, it's like, I don't really want to go there.
Illusions.
Yes, so much. So you had a few others. Should I move back home? Should I go to school? Is the relationship I'm in good for me long term? I feel you already have views on the relationship. You already have, you actually, I feel that there's some kind of intuition on that relationship too, that you're, they're saying go with what your heart's telling you on the relationship. So I don't know exactly what that is. They don't always tell me, but they're saying go with what said. That's what I know.
Yeah, with that intuition. Like maybe there's something to learn, but uh, on other side, I don't know.
About school, I would say, if you feel like you want, you should go, because it's a Queen of Cups for me, for example. So if you feel that this will transform you a little bit, to improve or give you some sort of, I don't know, something what you need with the Queen of Cups, because it's emotion. If you want it or feel attached to this, and it's a Four of Wands, which is also kind of foundation. Like, I mean, if you will go to, again, it depends what you mean. Should you go to school? I don't know what is your point. You have to always kind of see motivation, like spending time at school. You want to complete some course, so you want to find the job. So what is the motivation behind the going to school? But I think if you will decide, it will be good for you, good decision for you, because you got also High Priestess. But it's, again, it's intuitive side. If you really feel intuitively ready for that and open for the knowledges, because High Priestess, she holds a book, so it's kind of about information. But you need to probably make yourself to the peacefulness with Four of Wands, like feel inside stabilized, and then you can make this decision, because maybe it's the moment you have too much going on in your plates, and then you can be lost a little bit, what to do. And What is the right thing? Purpose.
And with the
So you mean
school,
for yourself? Purpose like of you, life purpose. If life purpose connects you with the school, that's what your question.
and I don't know if we've talked on this or not, but I get too, when you were saying family and stuff like that, there's something associated with the school where there's opinions that are coming on for your road ahead. And it's like you're trying to make the decision, but yet others are trying to, they put it in a helpful way on trying to voice their opinions, is what I'm getting. So sometimes that can be a little difficult too.
Yeah, and because you already are more interested in artistic things, I wouldn't do a school just because you want to maybe have a salary in that type of job. So I would say you should do a school if you like that. But that's my opinion. So I don't want to tell everyone to do the same, but
So you suggest her to go or not to go? To not?
well, I cannot tell him what to do, but like um about his more fulfilling purpose that would be materially successful, I would say just choose your biggest talent or something that you do, because everyone has something, right?
Um,
Okay.
field. Hmm. But what is the right field for you? You know your, or you don't know yet.
Well, was there something, because she mentioned something on art. Is there something on artistic or something? Because they're saying that you have a way with something very strong that I was getting. And again, they're saying go with what you feel. If you're going to go into something that you're like, all right, and then you're not going to put in the effort to something that really talks to you, and maybe it just hasn't appeared yet. Um, that you can just soar because they're saying you can. They actually are showing me that cute little envelope that you get from it was in a Harry Potter movie with the little seal, and he's so happy that
Yeah,
got that envelope, and I feel that that will be coming.
yeah, that's in the first book.
Yes. Some things about you are unrevealed. No, I mean, they keep showing. She said artist. I'm getting artist. I'm getting that. Go with your strength. That is a big strength, and you put your emotions and stuff like that on it.
And I think the Guardian said something like with wood for you. And okay, maybe you say, I don't have experience in that, but you are an artist. Okay, so let's start with this. You want to make more money. Just try something out which maybe requires also a bit of knowledge, or you have to study it a bit maybe yourself, and then you can make also money out of that. And it's maybe not what you envision yourself on creating for the rest of your life, but it's still a creation, so it's teaching you something.
Well, you said, okay, could have a more helpful role in the world, but sometimes there are things that you do that you don't realize that you do have a wonderful role in the world, and that
Yeah.
you spark on people's lives.
No, I don't know. I would also kind of to discover your life purpose, you see, and it's a person who is um, singing there or like playing this kind of instrument and trying to, it's like a life purpose. So I kind of thinking your talent is in whatever you're doing. You are artist, so it's explaining creative.
But yeah.
For me, it's more like I think you have to rediscover yourself in whatever this your gift is. I don't know. I'm not sure about other things like social work or whatever. But I would be concentrating on your talent because you see this is the life purpose. Maybe with this, and you also got this perseverance, which always about the person who is on stage coming and couldn't. It's like already started to be very disappointed that no glory or famous, and the fairy appeared in the last moment, and she said go now. So it's about like eventually with the persistence you can achieve what you want. So I don't know what is your artism you're doing, if you can paint, if you sing, if whatever, but this message is about like not giving up, and uh, eventually, yes, or there will be the right moment when you can actually achieve success. But I don't know about the social working things, if it is a good idea to go.
The thing is to be in in service for the source can be through a lot of things, as previously said. So y- you just have to believe more that whatever you will choose, you will be in service. Um, but as Lagira said, also not already disappointed going there because maybe it wasn't that magical as you thought. You have to still go through whatever you're going through in order to create yourself to be in this service that you feel is the most right.
And you put making art to be so narrow and self-absorbed. Well, if that's how you feel and that's when you do the art, then it could be, it's on how you feel, because you can do something. I'm not sure what you said, what kind of art you did, but if you do something and someone goes and buys that, and it just speaks to them, and it can be so much to this person, and then it could talk to someone else, and then it can just bring life and so many things that we think, oh, it's little, it's not, really can do a lot. Just note that. So it's all on you too, on what you feel and things on that.
Yeah. Because sometimes we think, oh, we have to do this like this because people want it like this in 2022. No, actually, if you are really looking, they look for themselves, like for a human. Okay, so it's like they want to see life or they want to see something beautiful. They don't want to see an AI. I don't know. And that's why normally we think, oh, I have to study so much for this or I have to do this. No, need to go with a good intention, actually.
Yeah, completely agree. But I think you need, more like also focus on your in like like Mindy likes to say, breathe in, breathe out, because it's too many things going on. I think on your mind or around your mental body or emotional body, and that could be making too much. Maybe you want and this and that and solution and this question and that, and makes you very not centralized, and you pulling
Girl,
from the most important.
sorry. I will just have to go for now. Maybe I don't know if you're still here in half hour or
Oh, if you have to go,
40
maybe
minutes.
we will all go then.
As you like.
Yep. What do you think?
Okay. See you later.
See you
It was nice.
later. See you later. But what about us? We have to tell.
Oh, okay. Well, it's up to you. If you want to still stay, we can stay.
We can stay a little bit, yeah.
All right.
Maybe.
I want to hear more in the tarot. I've
So for
never, I've gone, okay, I've taken courses. I've been to different people. I've had very many explanations on the tarot, and I've never had it explained exactly how you do. And it clicks. It just does so much. Okay. Often feel like my inspiration. Okay. Oh, well, we're here. We didn't go yet. So, um, but I understand what you're saying. That's why we can just give different psychic advice from what we get. But of course, this is your life. This is um, all on what you want to do, and there's the thing of free will. So if you feel a different way, then you go with that. If you feel I want to change, I want to do this, then go with what your dream is, go with what your feeling is. Always go with what you feel is best. This is just different psychic advice that we have, and it's your life. So
Mhm. Yeah, I think you still maybe trying to work it out your life destination, or your spirit is looking for this, and it comes in the right timing. But you need to go deep with yourself and to centralize yourself and to connect with your inner spirit, uh, to do those grounding, because it helps, like grounding or energy of your self-regulation helps you to um, like I said, you to maybe get rid of negative emotions or thoughts which not really belong to you, or just appeared, because around us there are a lot of information, and because you artist, you're mental, on mental level of your chakra, you can be open for different mm, mental objects, yes, which kind of disturbance around your aura. And that's where you can be sort of getting bombed with different other people's maybe even thoughts or something. You understand? So that's why you need to ground yourself. Breathe in, breathe out. With what Mindy always say, just kind of help yourself.
Exactly. It has to do with what you really are. And that's why one of the things that, like she's saying, grounding yourself, figure on your inner self. What does your higher self want? What what else is there going on? Is there something that you are going to be like? You focus yourself, you close your eyes, you look in the future one way, you look in the future another way. You look in the future of, okay, imagine yourself as doing the artist things in like 2-3 years from now. Imagine yourself going through the schooling, going through the other things 2-3 years from now, or something like that. However time frame you want, imagine how that's going to be, what else is going to be, and almost get yourself in a sort of meditation, but just where you're focusing as to what this side is going to bring and what that side is going to be. Because I do feel that there is some confusion going around. And I do feel that it's other people, that there's someone's point of view other than your own. Um, and I'm not talking about us, I'm talking about someone close. So go on to that as to what is it that motivates you, that gets you going, that you're going to be happy. And that's the important thing that I'm getting. So.
Yeah. So I hope you got some clarity and something to think about. And if someone else has a question, you're welcome to ask. But if no, we will continue our topics. So Mindy, you mentioned something you you liked more explanation on the tarot.
I really do. Yes. Because you give the numbers, you give the astrology, but you do it in a way of understanding it, and understanding it in a really big way. And I really like that. Yes.
No, yes, it's no, it's better to imagine maybe next time. Oh, hi.
Hello. How you can get a general reading. Okay, so please, if you're able to follow us, and please share. I don't know if there's a subscribe thing on there. I'm not sure which, but subscribe, follow, and share, and we will be happy. Just give us a question, and we'll be happy to try to answer the best we can.
Question, because you can more specify your reading.
Right. For a general reading, it's better if you like try to pinpoint like what kind of question you're looking for. Okay, gotcha. So gotcha, horse drawn. Understand. So for little, I'm not sure how to say this. I'll just say for Reiko. Yeah. So if you could do those things, and then we'll be happy to do a reading. When you say general reading, I'd like to know.
What can the territory?
Oh, okay. So that would be you for the tarot. She works with tarot. I work with oracle, and I work with spirit. So tarot would be her department, but then when she's done, I'll see.
Okay, so you just want general message, what they tell you about yourself. But I don't know what you mean, like tell you about. You're not sure about something towards yourself, or what exactly about yourself you want to know, like kind of, are you on the right path, you mean, or what is your spiritual, like at this present energy, what Tara wants to tell you. You're welcome, horse.
Yes.
No, you want some clarity about yourself, or this is what I'm trying to.
So on that pause, I did get some messages, but not with of what they're saying. They're saying, wise one, listen to inner voice, know the aspects around. Your energy is sometimes something on divided, something because I feel that you give some kind of like help or something of someone around you. Let's see, what else did they say? Know the inner strength that you have. The little guides, like you're guided on different directions sometimes, and then try to figure out, and know your truth. Something on speaking your truth on some kind of subject. And let's see, they're saying, is that about it, guys? And that's what I got.
For me also, for energy, if you're asking about energy, first of all, you got Four of Wands, you got Emperor reversed, and it's about, so one represents Cancer, another represents after Ariel. Ariel comes next sign, astrological, Mindy. And no, Emperor not represent, and Emperor represents, I just forgot the second sign after Aries. In English, forgot. You April. Okay. No, you got a message, and give a second. So in any case, it's about being in your inner peacefulness, like, and kind of groundation, because Four of Wands represents inner stability. And plus, because there is so strong influence of the Emperor, and maybe that's more connect to the areas, like you said, because he has the areas there. You can see it on the message. That's why I kind of thinking you need to focus on stability, stabilizing yourself, and from how you can control the things around you and how you can control energy you have. More in a peacefulness way you can get, more successful you can become, because Four of Wands represents completion of some things, deals, and result of something what you put your effort into. And productive results will be also depending on how you are in your peaceful thoughts and how you are in your tranquility mood or condition of that is. So successful could be achieved. But because Emperor is reversed, I think that for you sometimes it can be a little bit hard or difficult to actually, like, or maybe be patient enough to achieve this inner control of things, or hold the control. Maybe sometimes you're over controlling or not having enough control over something what is not depending on you, and that could create some situation. So for example, when we're losing control of some situation, we can be very frustrated, or of course that's why they suggest you to be all the time in this inner balance and peacefulness, peaceful of your mind. And then you can, of course, achieve results, whatever you're looking for. Work with your heart chakra as well. Hi, G.
Sure, you can get a reading. Please
Come.
subscribe, follow, share. And for little, I keep getting strength for you and shining through. So that, and let's see. Yeah, and goodness, just some things coming on a good. So, thank you.
So you want to get a reading on some question, or there is some special situation you want to ask? Or again, it's the general energy. Just energy.
Are you still with us, Jing 96? And what kind of a question did you have for us?
And if you don't mind, please share our page and subscribe, or put some likes. We would appreciate if you're still there. But I'm not sure. Maybe not. Okay, if you're still there, then just like let us know, because you definitely can get a reading. But what we're trying with Mini to understand, if you're still there, if you have some maybe question which you want to be answered, or you just want to get an energy field reading. So not sure.
Ah. Okay. Another question for you.
Golden Dawn system. Tours. Tours. I'm not sure about this. What is this tours? Yeah, I use my deck because I kind of, not only that, you actually got the messages from White and from we struggle with the names of the deck. With the seers, always this light seers, always the name of this deck is light
I like
seers.
that one.
The energetic tarot, that's why I picked also, and Emperor actually came from both of the decks, and in both of the decks it was upside down. And Taurus, second, I talked Aries, you said you Aries, your sign is Aries, but Emperor represents zone of Taurus. And but it's about your needs, it's about your everything what you need and what you want to get, money, financial needs, food, not everything. So it's about your needs. And I kind of thinking, hi, sweet fairies, lovely to see you, you're welcome. And if you don't mind, we would appreciate if you share the page or liked our videos.
Oh, is the tarot deck for day of birth?
Number 4. No, you see, it depends what you're trying to. No, number 4. Okay, so it's a number. All right, yeah. But again, the card of your birth, you have to calculate through combination of a number of your day plus the months, what month it is, plus year, and then you kind of coming to one number. And again, it depending on what it is. If it is in less than 72, so you can see your or major arcana you need to come. So it should be like 22. So you can kind of minus this until you're getting that, and that's your message of the tarot card, but not like 4 or 5, because you need numerologically combine all of them. Then it will be your birth card. Thank you, sweet fairy. So let's just give
I'm
us
in
more.
mixed emotions for this. So it's like, okay, any messages on the attraction? Oh, someone asked about Emperor symbolized by Marissa.
It's him, but just give us a moment, little Reiko. We will be back to you after we will respond to sweet fairish, because she actually wants to any message from, and she liked the video, so any message from guides on your
I'm
traction.
getting mixed emotions. A line that that can't be crossed or something, some kind of line or something. I don't know if I thought that we had talked to you. I'm not sure. Let me know. I was pretty sure we did, but I'm getting very mixed emotions there. And there is something, but yet it's like some kind of line they keep, because they're showing me this line that's being drawn, and it's a yellow line. So it's basically, so it's saying like the solar plexus. So it's like emotions and different things, that there are emotions going around. Okay, got it. Okay. But we had talked to you about someone. Okay. Thank you for that. But they keep showing this line cross, that there's attraction, that there is mutual, but yet there's like unsure of, that person is unsure of their feelings, because of course, the solar plexus, it just with that yellow, it's I will see if I can get some more information, ask them the guide some more things on that, or maybe I'll try a card. I don't know what you get.
But what do you mean you don't have talked to them about it? Don't understand that.
Oh, it's because I had said I thought that we talked to this person on that one, but they're saying no, we had not talked on that person.
But you see, if you can be not even actually talking, but it could be whatever Mindy said, I think, connection on solar plexus.
Oh, and I think what they were answering me, I think, when they said no, when I said, did we talk to you before? So I thought that we did a reading with this person. They said no, not on this person that they're asking.
Another person. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but again, for me, for example, about this attraction. No, attraction is between both of you, because I got Ace of Wands. And with Ace, it's a potential. It's like fingers up, or energy is around, but it could be on level of ideas at the moment. So it can be maybe not yet pushed into anything, except like only like Aces always represents beginning stage of something. But it's good because it's in the right position for you. And I got the Page of Swords, and I got the Judgment as well. So with the Judgment, that could be it's I always call this message question of the price, sort of like judgment can describe that it's a workplace, and maybe at the moment those energy exist of attraction, but no one actually says anyone. For example, he doesn't admit to actually tell you like, yes, I like you, or this and that, and you also don't want, maybe because it's it's kind of like, no, you always have to be ethically correct, I think, with judgment, not to get into criticism, not to get into anything like from outside. So these emotions could be just kind of between both, but both could be feeling the fluids of them. Yes, and you can be keeping this kind of barrier still, because it's a page of thoughts. Page of thoughts, it's a communication through some like, according to the things which needs to be discussed. So if you may be talking, you just kind of presenting yourself very respectfully, or sort of like not allowing yourself to be like, matching this environment. Yes, because it's like page of swords, trying to be clear and clarify problem solving. So maybe only about the work situation or whatever you need to discuss. It could be discussions of that, but about like how actually everyone feels, maybe not so much, because of that. That's what energy appeared. But he does like you, because in his mind I see the message of attraction. And it's kind of like, yeah, like I noticed her, she is beautiful stuff. But it's a platonic message, spiritual message, which kind of keeps your connection maybe on that level yet more.
I have a question on the cards that you pulled. Are any of them with the yellow
Are you
around?
till there, little Reiko, you mean, when he said about Emperor? That's what you say? Emperor doesn't symbolize Mars. Emperor symbolize Taurus. It's a second, actually, I mean, the astrological place, because Mars represents by magician. That's why he is all in a red, and his fingers is there. Sometimes people get confused, I think. Very many tarot readers, they always say Mars, or they say that magician, it's a Mercury, but it's not Mercury, it's a Mars. Because but they kind of getting confused sometimes, because he's showing in a top finger and showing like what is up, it's down, and that's where and you getting confused with areas, because he is sitting and he is holding his hands on the like, let me just find this, like, this is a magician. Yes, so he holds, and the symbol over his head usually makes everyone to think that it's a Mercury, and it's a planet Mercury. Yes, a Mercury, who usually like kind of has something, and they say like what is under, what is up. So it's kind of and that's why they always say that it's a Mercury, but it's not, it's a Mars, red. You're welcome. But if you will look into the Emperor, just let me find what Emperor, because he thought number 4, and he thought that it's his day of birth, and it's a Mars. It's not Mars, because Mars, this one more stability. Yeah, and he is holding, and that's why people thinking it's a Mars, because his hands. But it's showing that he is kind of actually keeping control over the areas, over these ships, not being the one. That's where it's a confusion. Everyone thinks that representation of the areas, but it's not. It's number 4. Every astrology and everything begins with number 1, and which is magician. And second, which is the high priestess. And it's a Pluto, because behind her is a portal, and it's associated with it, and it's an inner connection, because every how to say, 2 magic cards, like I said, there are 12 houses, and each one will have 2 cards, 2 major arcanas, except number 4, which has 1. It's a Cancer, but it doesn't have another. There is the outside and inside. One card represents outside energy, another inside. One is active, one is passive. One is male, one is female. You understand? So that's how it works.
I'm
And
wondering,
again,
so on something you said that it starts with the magician. I thought it
magician,
starts with the
male
fool.
energy.
I
It's
thought
out.
right, but the deck, it'll start with the fool's journey, right?
With what?
Fool's
Full.
journey,
No. Full, it's a 0,
right?
1. But the actually full and the road, it's 2 major arcanas which represent in a between. You understand? So that's why it's a cyclic. Why it's a cyclic? Why Arthur White actually presented it as a cycle, and he said that it's only for those who have been like the people who have been accepted to their order of Mason and everything. They kind of understand the system, not in a lining way, like lining or somehow you call linear way, but in a cycle way, because it starts. The full and the road will be in a between. It's a transition to another cycle, another development of person, another development. So you're coming through one cycle and then you're moving to another. That's why the road, it's a transitional portal to another level.
Okay, but you
But
do start, but the fool
represents
you start at?
before a beginning. You
Okay, so
understand?
but do you start at the
Kind of
fool?
pre-start. And magician, it's a start.
Okay.
You
Okay.
understand? So it's a little
No.
bit complicated. But full and road, it's two messages which kind of, if you will look into astrological cycle, they will be like replaced, not in a 1-2 but in a between. So full, usually it's experience which person had before in a past lives, and which he brings into that,
Okay, because yeah, I always different ones. It said, okay, it starts with the fool and the fool's journey, and then the fool, goes ahead. Very interesting on this one.
And then you starting again, yes,
Right.
getting already collection of this experience like a fool does. Yes, he comes from nowhere, or we don't know where he comes from,
Okay.
but experience. That's about always about the past life or something, Very often the fool, it's like those experience which you already have been before. But when you're coming to the message of the road, which is the kind of transitional to another level, it's like all your portal will be opened if you collected all achievements, or you understood all lessons or aims and everything on coming through this 12 signs, and then you will be getting into the new dimension, yes or not. And then you still will be struggling on this cycle. Understand?
Very interesting.
That's why magician is number 1, and it is it's astrologist actually. I found very interesting information. Yuri Khan or something his name is, and I was listening, and that's how I got this. And I agree, because I was reading through a lot of other schools and everything, but I never found anything like that, which I completely agree, because it's based on Arthur White, and it's based on like information which are really interesting and supportive. Mindy, I have to go now. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. Do you need let
Yeah,
someone?
I think we need to let know
Yeah.
and
Oh, what was that for?
can comment.
Okay, what kind of message are you giving?
I will try to send him. You can try. Send him. I hope he will. Oh, Mindy, I kind of thinking maybe nah, but I told already because I wasn't sure. But you finish. You also want to finish already, yeah?
I do, but if I need to be here because of technical difficulties, I will wait until that needs to be. But yes, interesting talk on the cards and okay. Bye everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it.